from the village quests, and I saw probably less than half of the new monsters that were in the trailers.
Huh. I
Like
mean,
the village stuff in the game does not seem
lengthy.
much. It seems like it is there to go, okay, now go to the hub.
I mean, I think the
In your
game
classic
doesn't
noir
have
films and novels, solving a case
the
never amounts
ending,
to a happy ending.
right?
Yeah,
detective
like
is
they're
always left
still
with a sense
adding
of
stuff
bitterness.
on a monthly basis, I believe.
A feeling that
Like I know
before
Camelios
he
is
took
coming
the
next
case,
month, I think.
the world was a better place.
Or
But
this
he
month
was a
now,
better person.
like at the end of April-ish.
Come on. Now speed it out.
Also, I guess we're just doing this
Sometimes
section
I just
again,
let my
but
character get the best of me.
we should still be okay
What do you want from
to do this
I
somewhat
told
quickly.
Stone what I knew. That he was going to let Yale win. But if he
Apparently,
didn't, O'Leary would destroy Helen Moore's
April.
career.
At the end of April,
And that
they're
Moore
adding
was doomed either
Camelios,
way.
Apex
Or
Rathalos,
would be.
quote,
As
several
soon as
new
America
monsters,
discovered her sweetheart
unlocked
was on
high rank
drugs.
cap, and
I don't
related
believe you.
features.
No way. Who sent you?
Today,
And then
No.
there is a
And what if I did believe you?
there's
What
a
would that
version
change?
3.0
If I don't do
to
this
be
for her,
announced or to
how
be
could I
dated
ever look her in
update
the eyes?
that
How could we
has
stay
several new
together?
you
monsters,
think
etc.,
you'll
and
stay together
new
when you
endings.
lose your title and they accuse her of doping?
At least I know I tried.
Monster Hunter Rise is the fucking Street Fighter V
Your
of
rise
Monster
to the top
Hunter.
is clean, free of both O'Learys and drugs. God,
Monster
you might
Hunter
just be
Rise
one
is
of the
very good.
only honest
Yes,
athletes I've met.
but it seems
also-
a little rushed.
Is it all about being
It seems
professional
like they
to you?
maybe put it out like a little early with not a lot. There's some stuff clearly missing.
Suit yourself.
Also,
Then again, there was also
trust me,
some stuff
your
missing in
manager is a
World when it
murderer.
first dropped. So
Yeah.
As far away from him
You
as
know.
possible.
it's a Monster Hunter tradition.
Hey,
also unrelated to things missing.
I'll think about it.
I made the Ragi armor. I wish I looked slightly less like the lady from One-Chanbara, but you know,
Uh,
uh,
but you can still wear the hat.
I can still wear the hat.
You can
Also,
put that hat on any armor set.
also, boy, the Palico Ragi armor
Yeah,
is a
What about it?
problem.
it's great.
It's-
What's your problem with it, racist?
It looks like you put the Palico in the outfit from that amusement park ride that I've mentioned before called the Pistolero Roundup. And you make the Palico the Pistolero.
Can't have a giant mustache? What's your problem?
It's a
Next
little.
you're gonna tell me I can't pilot the Tequila Gundam anymore.
I mean, you know, the giant mustache, the goofy sombrero, and the weapon is a giant guitar. Like, pick two.
It could have been worse.
It could have been the Tequila Gundam.
Well, that, but also I was gonna say, like, the weapon could have
I was
been, like,
clean at the time.
maracas or something.
Yeah.
Almost for days.
The guitar
I didn't
is
wanna go
good.
down that road. I wanted to follow Joe.
But he discovered everything.
I will agree, I think the
He didn't
mustache is
believe
the
me
only
when I
thing
said
I would
I had
remove
nothing
from the
to do with
costume.
it.
Everything else is
But
great.
you
Yeah.
used again.
Only after his death. I needed to cope.
But the drugs gave you a panic attack.
Yeah. But I've been clean ever since.
Mitchell gave you the pills when he stopped by the house.
Don't do drugs.
Hence,
Stay in
your
school.
miraculous recovery. Are you
Eat
planning
your
on taking them before the fight?
vegetables.
Don't do it, Bobby.
Don't do drugs.
Do it for the
Someone has to
gym.
save the gym. I owe it to Joe
Do drugs for the gym.
and my Aunt Mary.
Do drugs for the community.
The only thing you owe them is integrity. What would Dunn think of you now?
Guilt trip that dog.
Guilt trip
I
this
like that.
dog. Yeah, he's an okay
That
dude.
dog seems like he's a stand-up dude who is on drugs, but he's still an okay dude.
He's a nice painter.
Yeah, dramatic coat flip.
His dad was the punching poet, and he's the punching painter, I guess.
Stone and Yale hadn't taken away the bitterness I felt. I needed a friend. He was outraged that I hadn't given him the tip, but he let it go as soon as I bought him a milkshake. After the perfect storm of corruption and murder, only friendship...
After all this murder, I had to hang out with my little weasel buddy.
Only that
He's
made me believe in
he's
mankind
okay.
again.
I mean, it's what passes for a
Only
friend.
that could cleanse my soul.
Desperate times.
Only that. And money.
Oh, I forgot to say. Now that you beat the Umbrella Bird and the Monster Hunter, which, by the way, man, that Umbrella Bird's an asshole.
Umbrella Bird's a fucker. Fucking
That
kid.
backwards kick, man.
It's that, and there was some other attack that like took me from like 3/4 health to dead in like one hit, and I was like,
And you're standing
whoa.
Yale and Stone would be punished.
He's got a few, but like
There
that
would be
backwards kick
justice
doesn't
for
even do
some
all
of
that
them.
much damage. I just kept getting hit by it.
But this was the real world.
Like every time he would jump
As the
forward and
detective
spin
who
around
cracked the
backwards,
case,
and I'd be
I
like,
just
"Oh, he
had to
missed
get
me.
my
It's time to
paycheck
attack him."
and be
And
And
then I
then-
would just
and
get
then
kicked right in
kick.
the face.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blacksad.
It's like
Mr.
I knew
Thorpe is
it.
on
I
his
should have
way.
known better.
Care to take a
It
seat
kept
while you
happening.
wait?
And
I
you just have
guess
to
I'll
get your
just have
paycheck
to
and be
wait.
on the way. Everything's gonna go fine.
Yeah, nothing more will happen.
Yeah, this game is over.
Clearly, I should have
This
just
is the
finished
victory
this
lap.
yesterday.
Yeah. But yeah, now that you beat the Umbrella Bird, did you go to the Gathering Hub and get your new movesets?
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot.
Okay, you can go to the Gathering Hub and talk to the trainer, and he'll be like, "Yo, have new moves for every weapon." And it's like, "Oh, some of these are really good."
No matter how many curveballs destiny throws his way, he always manages to land on his
I had a
feet.
train of thought
When he
about
was
the
a
Monster
rising
Hunter,
sports
and I
talent,
forgot.
the
Oh,
world
I
would
went
bend to
into
So he
the
became a war hero. After the war, he didn't end up
weaponry,
like Gil or like me.
and I like
Mhm.
the Umbrella
He
Bird
became
switch
an
axe
elite
name.
athlete, a Hall of Fame football
Isn't
star.
it just the monster's name,
accident
but with
left him in
it's
a
like
wheelchair.
Axina Psalm?
Yes.
I think, yes.
Yes.
I saw that and laughed, and it's like TFP would probably get a kick out of that if he used this weapon.
If I used a switch axe, I would use the Axnosam. I really wish they would pop little subtitles, because I think the implication here is that all of these names are the names on the sheet of people doing drugs, but it is incredibly difficult to read the names.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, that
Oh,
one
look
that
at that
one's Helen
adorable-
Moore.
Look at that adorable little beagle or whatever at the very end.
No, that's not possible. But what if Tim Thorpe was somehow involved in Mitchell's operation?
Oh no, what if Wheelchair Lion was a bad guy?
Mr. Thorpe is running later than expected, but he insists on meeting you, if you don't mind.
Sure, as long as you help me fight off this boredom.
That's not in my job description, but...
Do not harass the nice Janine lady.
I will say I do enjoy the little icon on the side that is
If my hunch
apparently
is
like
right,
this information
there
is
should
now
be
in
a
your
meeting
brain.
with Mitchell
Yeah.
noted somewhere in Thorpe's agenda. Well, you see, I've got a problem. In order to figure out how much Mr. Thorpe owes me, I need to know what day I started working on the case. But I can't remember. You wouldn't have that written down, would you?
It sure wasn't on my shift. I'd remember. Let me see.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's quite a name. Slowly turn the page. Hospital! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Slowly turn the page. Okay. Meeting with Bobby Yale. Meeting with that guy. And Claude Hinkham. I feel like that's supposed to end, but what if we just look at this one? Oh, Joe Dunn.
What? Dunn was here 2 days before he died? Why didn't Thorpe ever mention that?
I'm sorry, but your name's not on here.
Wait, I just remembered something. The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Well, no. You don't have any appointments. Although, I guess I could have forgotten to write you in.
But you
Mr.
just
Dunn
said
was
that
usually
you
very
weren't,
kind. Left in a flurry. He even slammed Mr. Thorpe's
you
door.
weren't here
Okay.
on the day that I was
Now
here.
I know I have to get into Thorpe's office.
And he didn't even say goodbye.
Yes, that was the day. You don't recall me because the minute I saw Dunn stomp out, I followed him. I never actually came in.
Of course. That explains it.
No doubt. So, since it looks like Mr. Thorpe won't be here soon, I think I'll go take a walk down the hall. Gotta stay in shape.
Gotta do my walks. Gotta get my 10,000 steps in. That lady checks out the Blacksad booty.
Come on, Thorpe. Tell me there's a back door.
It's hard to
your
do through the
office.
trench coat.
It's very hard to do, but I bet she could do it.
She's using the cat vision like you were.
Yeah. What is this last deduction I can make? Ah.
It looks like, I don't know, the top left looks awfully blank and it feels to me like there's an option missing or something, but
Well, the one means that there's something I can do. So what if I just take a brief moment here and just be like, ah. Is it like this and then the... No? Okay. I still don't understand how it's not this is not the deduction. Who's the guy passing for Yale's doctor, and one of the Olympic Five is trying to pass as Yale's doctor.
you'd think. Is it like, I don't know,
Oh, it was. There we go.
Mitchell,
Gunham
the
is
fuck that
pals
done
and
during
then
the
brothers in
war, tried to
arms?
pass his nails doctor.
It was
No.
Olympic 5 and who's the doctor?
Huh. Weird.
Maybe I should play the Smirnov trump card this time.
Rotary
Smirnov didn't
payphones.
know what to think. He asked me to watch out and call him as soon as I had more information. He also told me that Gil had finally talked. He denied having blocked the basement door and said the truck door opened, but he got knocked on the head as soon as he tried to get out. He then woke up when the police found him beside the basement door. Obviously, the same person who had jammed the door had
That's not how
carried
you
him
spell
there.
jammed. Same person who jamed the door.
Subtitles are hard.
It's true.
Yeah, the English language, not easy.
It's not, especially for. I think this is a Spanish developer adapting a
If we were here, I'd
French
have to tie his
comic
hands behind his back.
written by Spaniards or something.
Spanish authors, French publisher. Sold in the French market. Publish all volumes in French first. The Spanish edition follows about 1 month later. First volume was called Somewhere Between the Shadows. It's a good name.
It's a good name. Lock picking. Excuse me. Not the best lockpick minigame, but definitely not the worst either. Getting caught on level geometry, don't mind me.
It's a bit strange to see no office chair behind a desk until you remember the desk's owner is in a wheelchair.
New clue, Thorpe can't walk and uses a wheelchair. I feel like that's not a... I mean, we've known that.
Oh, crap.
Oh man, what if it is the plot
Why
of
am I
the...
surprised? In every investigation, there comes a point where every single lead seems to go down the drain. And you have to retrace your steps to get back
The,
on the right track.
that Best of the Worst movie where the guy in the wheelchair was the sniper killing everyone.
Is the deduction the pills let you overcome physical limitations and he can't walk?
I didn't try that because I thought that seemed like a weird stretch, but what if we tried that?
I mean, it might be, but my immediate thought is like you just found a gun and a bottle of pills in his desk. It's like if he's juicing. All right, this might be too soon, but what if this is
What if
the
Groom's
plot
drugs
of Like a Dragon?
Why did it pop me back into this? I don't think I have enough for another deduction. Deduction.
Of course.
Words.
I better not use it. It might be connected to the switchboard at the front desk.
Look at that fancy old pencil sharpener. That's adorable.
My school used to have a bunch of pencil sharpeners
One
like
of
that.
those
It's kind of
strange
nostalgic,
secrets of his
actually.
throne. I earned a nickname
I always liked
early
to
on,
empty the
and,
pencil sharpener, like,
I
container
used to
full
throw
of
the ball
shavings.
in 50
I liked the smell of pencil
And
shavings.
yeah, when whatever it wanted. And my coach, the great
The
Joffrey
accuracy is
sucks.
his throw, you say.
Mm.
And so I worked hard. I did, but Pearl Harbor. I enlisted immediately. After losing a partner in combat, a serious injury, I asked to be relocated.
I like
I'm a
just
sniper. I
the
know I shouldn't say this, but I was one of the best in the
Blacksad
army,
just
and it was
quickly
all thanks to
reading
my
out loud
actions.
and just skimming it.
No, it was all thanks to Jeffrey Sachs. I wonder how many
Oh, the
Americans that
surgeon.
man saved
The
with
nickname
my
the
help.
surgeon.
After these words, Tim Thorpe is moved almost to tears and asks me
Dun,
to
dun,
take
dun.
a break. It's shocking to see how an athlete and soldier, a man whose aim and skill won him a Medal of Honor and the nickname Surgeon among his brothers in arms. That can't be. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but no.
Say, this seems fairly rock solid case you got here.
That's
A little
it.
bit.
Thorpe is the man behind the whole drug operation.
Oh, I thought it was going to be that. I thought the third part of that was going to be the one where the sniper killed that guy.
That's
Of
in a
course,
second.
It wasn't Mitchell or Gill. It was Thorpe who shot Randall at the hospital. Everything adds up now. And yet I can already hear Smirnoff telling me I have no conclusive evidence. What if I set a trap for Thorpe? But how?
I have to lure the Thorpe into a trap. There's a gun, and then what, a few blocks away from the gun?
Ah, what if I place Thorpe's gun up there and corner him so that he has to stand up to get it?
Pranked.
The show was about to begin. All I needed
Alright,
was
so
an
just gotta
audience
put the
and some
gun
patience.
It's really
Up a flight
high.
of stairs. No, up a flight of stairs. And
It's
make
like-
sure
It's like that fucking...
make sure these pills are in his pocket.
It's the opposite
What if-
of the Wolverine.
What if I put these Hostess fruit pies at the top of his stairway?
With, matey?
What a silly man.
Mutiny! You wants to be shark bait, do ya? Oh, Blacksad. I feel terrible for keeping you waiting.
John,
But you see, there was mutiny on board, so...
stop.
you see what I have to put up with. All right, helmswoman, to the cabin with you!
Why is he being a
Onward.
pirate?
Aye, Captain.
Come along, Blacksad. Julie, don't let anyone bother us. Honey, will you wait in the boardroom for me, please?
But
I'll just be a minute then.
Lion is psyched about getting away with
You've
murder.
already suffered enough.
Like, multiple murders. Like, 5 murders.
Yeah.
Think about
To be
where
fair,
you'd
not
like
being
have
able to
dinner
walk is a
tonight,
really
okay?
good cover. Also, I want to point out he's just got a fucking, like, sniper trophy right behind him.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
You see, I'm not gonna pay you for solving the case.
Fair enough. The truth is, I didn't solve it.
Dun dun dun.
Not yet.
No, it's not that. You'll get every penny we agreed on, and more. But not because you solved the case, but for her. 2 days ago, she wanted to end it all. Drop out of college, sell the gym. Too many wounds to heal. But through your incredible work, you managed to heal them. Well, perhaps not completely. It takes time to get over something like this. But at least, thanks to you, Sonia wants to be happy. She has hope. I'm going to help her make Dunn's Gym the best in the city. Who would have ever guessed it, huh?
Yeah, I'm happy
I'm
for
happy
the
for her.
lady.
She's been through a lot, and honestly,
She seems okay.
I
She
wasn't
has
sure
hope.
she'd
Hope
make
what
it.
you're about to
Well,
crush when you send this guy to jail.
Well, yeah, but, you know.
Anyway, back to the case. All those people you confronted. Gil, the German doctor, even Mitchell. Huh. I would have never suspected him. Did they say anything? Why did they do it? Did they mention any accomplices?
They did mention a certain surgeon.
Surgeon? You have any idea who that could be?
Who could it be, Mr. Surgeon?
A journalist told me. Ring a bell?
You accused him the minute you got the chance.
I'm sure you've got good
I
intentions.
did.
You're wrong. What makes you think that?
Just
I'm
jumped right
sure
into
there's
it.
an explanation.
No hesitation.
I know that you are a highly skilled sniper, and I think it was you who shot Randall Lee at the hospital.
Have you seen me, Blacksad? How could I possibly do that?
Don't deny it. I know Mitchell gave them to you.
People see a wheelchair and think, poor guy, he can't walk. But there's so much more to it than that. Some nights I can't even sleep from the pain.
That doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you knew about those drugs.
I hired you to solve this damn case. You think that's what a murderer would do?
Only because you thought I'd blame Bobby Yale and drop the case. But as soon as I realized something wasn't right, you sent Randall Lee and Gil to give me a scare. And when all that failed, you ordered Lee to kill me.
You're the type that won't open his jaws once he's got his prey, aren't you?
Never.
You're right. I never let go of my prey.
Hey, where'd your gun go?
Put yourself in my place for a minute. You're a promising football player who just got back from the war, but you're still...
Or he's just
unknown.
gonna smoke and monologue.
The man you saved kindly opens his house to you. And that man is still undone by his wife's passing. He works all day at his gym, and he drinks himself to sleep at night. So you practically end up raising his daughter. You give her her very first abacus. You encourage
Also, I want to point out that, like,
to further
that
her
lady's being, like, kidnapped in the other room.
You comfort her. When she misses
My
her mother
guess is
and
that
her
the person who
father.
grabbed her was actually Smirnov.
Oh.
Because you called Smirnov, and I'm assuming
Meanwhile,
he's, like,
Your
got
sporting
her somewhere
career
else and
takes
is like,
off.
yo, this is what's
Life
up.
is good.
So that when you
Till
walk
one
out of
day,
the room with the
out of
lion
the
in
blue,
custody, she's not
an
like, oh my god,
accident
what happened?
cripples
She's
you.
like, oh, they kind of told me this was about to happen.
That
An
would be
old
nice.
friend, Mitchell.
That's what I'm assuming
tells you he knows
happened.
someone who can help you.
Either that or you
German
arrest this
doctor.
guy and you walk out of the room like, oh, everything's
His
rad,
legs
and
take
she's just
some
like dead
time
on
to
the floor,
work,
and you're just like,
but,
oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Stay
kind of
good
what I was
hours.
thinking as well. Excuse
you
me.
manage to walk for short bursts at a time.
Don't trust
little
German
by
doctors.
little. And those bursts keep getting longer.
Don't trust people who have flashbacks
But
of
drugs
Adolf
aren't
Hitler.
cheap at all. So you have to find a way to pay for them, don't you see?
You run like the biggest advertising agency.
So you started by selling drugs to athletes. Then you decided to start an advertising agency to hire those same athletes. Drugs would help them excel, and you'd get better ad deals. The perfect business model. Your first client? Craig Spano. His career had hit a rough patch, so...
You
He
gave
was the
him the
game plan for your new
steroids.
operation. And yet, when the drug started having serious side effects, you got rid of him. Afraid he would talk, you tried to kill him. That's why he hid. From then on, your business
You
was
chose
smooth
not to see
sailing.
kindness
You
in
even
Thorpe.
began to think you were above the law. You thought that you were untouchable. Until Joe Dunn found out, and then, 2 days before his unfortunate death, he came to see you.
That's enough now. You stop it.
Hey, where'd your gun go?
Now, I don't know if I'm above the law, but I am sure as hell not beneath it.
I mean, I feel like that kind of
Do you
narrows
know
it
how
down.
much power I have? The kind of people I eat with every day? I could shoot you right now, and nothing would happen to me.
With that gun you keep in your drawer? I'm afraid not. I placed your pistol out of reach, just in case you happen to confirm my suspicions, Iron Arm. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with the police.
Oh. Wait, where did I go?
I won't let anyone wreck my life
Just
again.
vanished. Oh, also, his
Sonia and I,
his
we
chin
deserve
and
a
his
future.
mane don't sync up.
You can come in now, Smirnoff.
Oh, it was Smirnoff. You're right.
Wilson Thorpe, drop your weapon. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you.
Oh no, where'd your bullets go? Oh, oh, okay.
I mean, I would just like to point out that even though he does not have any... Oh, wait, I guess he did have a bullet somewhere in that gun. I assumed you... Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Oh, no. Well, that's a problem. Oh, okay, that solves that problem.
Oh!
Because I was gonna say... I was just gonna say that even with the no bullets, like, he's still a lion. I'd be worried.
Sonia Dunn, you are under arrest for the death of Timothy Wilson Thorpe.
Whoops.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one.
To be fair, I think she could probably get off the hook
Do
for
you
that one.
understand
Yeah.
these rights as I have just read them?
That's self-defense.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Watch your step.
I'm not getting paid for this, says Blacksad.
You're definitely not getting... You should steal everything you can out of the office right now.
Right now.
Maybe you can pawn that... You could pawn that trophy.
Both those trophies.
I will say I actually really liked that scene. It was really well done.
Yeah.
With him like pulling the trigger on the gun and having no bullets, and then the gunshot, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I had a moment. I was like, "Whoa!"
Because I was like, "Well, obviously, if Blacksad put the gun up there, he would have also taken the bullets out." And then there was a gunshot anyways, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, there was like an explicit scene of him taking the bullets out.
Yeah. Well, that case was a complete fucking wash.
Whoops. But I'm gonna stand here and pose dramatically with my.
I mean, at least Bobby Gale is happy. I mean, he's at a graveyard mourning, but, you know, relatively happy as opposed to all the dead and in jail people.
Did Stone let him win? I had done everything in my power for things to go the way my moral compass dictated. Whether anyone would listen to me, that was another story.
Uh-oh.
Because no matter what they tell us, our actions don't always determine our future. My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience?
Would I have made the same decisions? You can restart the game and find out. I was kind of not paying the most attention to that, and when it was like yes, no, I was like, oh. But yeah, I feel like I played that pretty much how I would play it, you know? And that's Blacksad Under the Skin. It seems neat. It's my hot take.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I just generally kind of just, I don't know. Blacksad is cool. I enjoy the whole aesthetic of that thing.
Bone Studio. I like Smirnov's Bug Control Division, which I imagine is just a fancy name of these are our QA testers. I would be a part of Smirnov's Bug Control. And much like Blacksad, developers Spanish, publishers appear to be French. Wait, his main theme is by fucking Enon Zur? That's amazing. Translation into French, words of magic. Here's all the voice actors. Thorpe and Creepy Eagle had the same voice actor, which is impressive. I don't even remember who Rena Barzetti is. Not in the French dub, though. In the French dub, almost every female character is voiced by the same lady. Which I think is the lady from Code Lyoko, I think. It is not the lady from Code Lyoko. I stand corrected. This young French Prompto, apparently. And was also in Detroit Become Human, because fucking everyone in this game was apparently in Detroit Become Human.
You know, adventure games, good chance to show off your voice acting talents.
There are a lot of these character names that I do not remember. I don't... Oh no, Billy Bob was the... barber. Never mind. I stand corrected. I do remember most of these people. Made with Unity. You know, the Unity logo kind of looks like the Unity from the Zack Snyder's The Justice League. Because, I mean, it's just a box, but, you know.
Yeah. Oh, also, check out this radical cover, because Blacksad's art remains amazing.
Oh, that's great!
It is great!
I love that.
If anyone out there enjoyed this game at all, I recommend checking out the comics, because Blacksad seems good.
Alright.
Like, for the art alone, I have to recommend it. It's fucking incredible looking.
That seems like that will do it for the Blacksad. I'm kind of...
Good time.
I'm kind of unclear on
one
one thing, but I'm glad that I'm kind of glad that it's unclear, because I mentioned
Oh.
that I had this cheat sheet just to kind of because adventure game's gonna adventure game, and I wanted to have something to refer to.
Yeah.
And I noticed in my cheat sheet it was like, hey, if you tell Stone not to throw the fight, and if you tell Bobby Yale not to do drugs, then someone might die, and that's because there's some achievement for making as many people as you can die.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that didn't happen, but I don't know. But also, I'm kind of glad that I don't know, because I feel like that's not the most important thing, you know?
See, I feel like it would have been like if you told him not to throw the fight and you told Bobby to use the drugs, then like he was going to die or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Or like,
But I feel like telling him not to use drugs and telling the other guy not to throw the fight is like the combo that would make it fine.
or
Because
if
then it's just a normal fight.
or if he does the drugs and the other guy doesn't throw the fight, then the guy on the drugs like gets too worked up and has another panic
It, like,
attack
kills him. Yeah.
and dies because hey, don't do drugs.
Yeah. Avoid the drugs.
But yeah,
Don't do drugs, kids.
don't do drugs. Stay in school. Drink 8 fluid ounces of water or something.
Don't take mysterious pills from German doctors.
Nope. Especially if they start reminiscing about Adolf Hitler.
That is what we would like to call a red flag.
That's if someone is like, oh, I was a doctor in the Reich, and you go, cool, I gotta go.
Yeah, you should bail at that point.
Excuse me. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. Join us for something at some point in the future. I never know what or when I will stream. That's why we're not like the mega popular. We don't have a schedule.
Yeah, there's no schedule.
But you know, I'm okay
If
with
you
that.
if you put out 30-minute videos like twice a day, every day but Sunday, like then we'd have it made.
Yeah, but what if I just instead do like 2-hour videos like almost every day, but just like randomly take like a couple days break in between some of them?
I mean, I think that also works, but who knows?
It's fine. We're not SEO people.
Also, what if instead of all that, you look at this page from Blacksad and tell me how that tattoo works?
I need to make that bigger because it's not big enough in the Discord preview.
Ah, damn it, Discord preview.
That's an interesting question.
It is an interesting question. Also, were those cat mermaids?
Yes, they are.
Okay, just checking.
That's great. On that note, I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.